Hello, air signs, and welcome to your daily focus tarot for Thursday, September 1st. Happy September. Now we have King of Swords. And King of Swords, this is a card about you see him thinking there very deeply. So this is a card about clarity and perception in terms of how you're thinking and using those thoughts. For clarifier, we have Queen of Swords and Five of Cups, which I'll get to in a minute. So the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, a matched couple, right? They're both, because they're about swords, they're about thoughts. They're about the cutting edge of your thinking and the duality of your thinking. And both of these cards are about observing what's going on around you, maybe even observing your own thoughts, like the way that you think. And then you're using that analysis to be very discerning in what you're thinking about and what you're taking action on. You're facing the facts of a situation. You're using your head over your heart. And the Druidcraft talks about using intellectual honesty, using your facts, having intellectual honesty, and how you can use that intellectual honesty. It says sometimes you make a sacrifice for the greater good, but to me this is about you not necessarily making a sacrifice for the greater good, but making a sacrifice to live within your principles. Okay? Now the Five of Cups, this is a card of typically crying over spilled milk. Looking at the three flowers that have died and ignoring the two that haven't, that are still beautiful and still smelling great and put together nicely. It can also be a card of figuring out, how you're going to put the past in its place and move forward with what you have instead of like pining over what you don't. And that's where this living by your values comes in. If you're living in the past and you're crying over these flowers that have been destroyed, what are you doing to the two that haven't been destroyed? What are you doing to your present and your future moments? Really give a think about that, because if you're too focused on the past and too focused on the negative things, you're missing out on the beautiful things. You're missing out on the joy, on the happiness. It's good to analyze stuff, but at some point you have to put it in its place. You have to analyze it to not just like reminisce and go, oh, woe is me. You have to look at it like, okay, this happened. It was bad. How can I stop it from happening again? How can I change the situation, or how can I learn from this situation? And that's really what the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords are about. They're about analyzing and then learning from it and moving on from that mistake, from that negativity. And then we have the Magician and the Sun coming in sideways. Now the Magician is about new starts. It's about having everything that you need to start again, to open a new door, to go down a new path. And this ability to use what you've learned, your language, your knowledge that you've gained from this situation where it may have been a sacrifice, this Five of Cups situation in the past. It may have been something that was really heartbreaking and difficult for you to go through, but you went through it for a reason. And the Magician is about manifesting this new beginning, this new start, taking this this door and opening it. And we have the Sun sideways. I'll show you what it looks like upright. So the sun is the card of growth. It's the best card in the deck, some people say, even better than the star, because the sun is shining down on you. It's helping you grow. It's helping you get abundance. Everything needs sun to grow, whether it's a plant that you eat, an animal that eats that plant, or you as a person. We need sunlight to make vitamin D in our skin. So it's healthy for us in moderation. So this card is about growth. It's about all sorts of growth and abundance. When it's in the reverse, it's about stagnancy, like being emotionally or physically stunted, either in like mental aspects, like you're mentally immature or emotionally immature, or like stuff just doesn't grow. Your creative ideas don't grow, your finances don't grow, your job prospects don't grow, nothing grows for you. So when it comes in sideways, it's kind of between the two. It's like you're struggling with your analyzing of whatever this Five of Cups situation was. You're really struggling with it. And so you want this growth, you want this new path, you want this doorway to open and to have this ability to manifest new stuff in your life, but you're really, really struggling with it. And that's why you need to focus on thinking about it, on observing, on thinking, on, maybe setting boundaries with yourself as well as others, and then focusing on this new growth as opposed to whatever this was in the past that you keep getting sucked into. Concentrate on not getting sucked into it. At the bottom of the Druid craft, we had Four of Cups, which is a card of like pondering, like daydreaming, possibility, but ignoring what you have in order to ponder all these possibilities. And Six of Pentacles, balancing stuff out in your life that you're giving and receiving, receiving all this possibility, but not being able to get back, not being able to take what you've got and work with it, and only being able to work with the stuff that's, not really there, the stuff that's spilled, that's not, it's not right for you. And then we have the Five of Cups in the Druid craft, two quite different decks. So this Five of Cups, you see the hand reaching out of the unconscious, out of the spiritual for the fish. And you see this, the hermit, he's standing back here. He's not, he's looking at it, but he's not taking action. Nor is he taking action toward these two cups that aren't spilled. And he's ignoring these three cups. So this is like saying, okay, you went from completely being focused on the three cups that are spilled to kind of, daydreaming, not really paying attention to this cup back here, but not fully focused on these. And then now you're focused more on, like with the King and Queen of Swords, you're focused more on this hunger out here, whatever this monster is, this inability to feed yourself with a fish. You're reaching for it, but you don't have it yet. Your inability to feed yourself with your creative ideas, with your wants and your needs in the physical realm also. So you're going from 6 to 4 to 5, and then you've got Queen of Swords again. So this is really emphasizing, you've got it twice. It's really emphasizing boundary setting, knowledge, observation, thinking, and using that thinking skill, using that observation, that knowledge to get out of whatever the situation is. And you will, because we have Ten of Swords, which is an ending. It's not necessarily a backstabbing, it can just mean ending. So you're getting yourself out of this. Congratulations to you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.